Welcome back everyone to Busch Gardens Tampa as we return for possibly our last theme park visit of 2022 as we count down to the new year. I have not been here since the summer when we did that behind the scenes tour of Cheetah Hunt, which was very cool for National Roller Coaster Day. So I'm excited to get back here, obviously to try again Iron Gwazi. I am wearing the t-shirt, my favorite coaster here at the park, and one of my favorite coasters just overall. I love that thing. So I'm very excited for the day. This is basically just going to be a general parks update, an overlook of everything new coming to the park. I kind of already got a glimpse of the brand new entrance plaza that they have completed now. It was under construction last time I was here, and then we will definitely be checking out the new Serengeti Flyers attraction, which will be coming next year to the park. But with all that being said, guys, let's just head on inside and get this video rolling. And as we approach the main entrance and the security checkpoint, you can see the new entrance. Very nice, definitely shows off the rides and the animals that you can expect when visiting the park. Now right off the bat, after entering the park, you do have a nice little photo op here for Busch Gardens Christmas Town. Probably going to be seeing a lot more of those throughout the day. And now coming over here, I do want to check out some of the merchandise for the holiday season. I know I'm kind of late to this because the holidays are practically over at the parks, and I mean by the time this video goes out it'll be after New Year's, so but you do have a nice Rudolph onesie. I was just at SeaWorld the other day and definitely saw a lot of the same merch over there. Oop. Well, that was embarrassing. Nice little Rudolph plushes, some stockings down here. A lot of very cool stuff to see. But now, while that holiday stuff is very cool to see, I know that a big draw here to Busch Gardens are the coasters. So we're gonna go and check out what the wait looks like for Iron Gwazi. I can already see it looming off in the distance right over there as we approach the entrance. Okay, I was just about to mention how I've not seen it run yet since I got here, but I just see it now pulling out of the station. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it does say the wait is at 100 minutes right now. I think we're gonna come back and maybe try to ride it later in the day because that's pretty long.
Up to our right, over the wood fence, are you able to catch a glimpse of our newest roller coaster? Up to the right, you might see the tippy top of Iron Gwazi. It's Boomba in Congo. And back to the right, up high through the trees, it's the Sand Serpent in Pantopia, our family mouse-style ride featuring hairpin turns, the Sand Serpent. All right, that new ride will be the Serengeti Flyers. Now back to the left, up high behind the green fence, does anyone see a large tan antelope? I see a couple hidden a bit behind the green fence. They're seated actually. Their bodies, oh, they're actually standing, but it looked like they were seated. Behind the green fence, those were greater kudu, hidden back to the left, up high on the hill. With spiraling horns and gray-looking bodies, also an ostrich, and up higher I see small tan antelope called impala, and of course you see a giraffe. Antelopes, the most endangered antelope on Earth, the addax. Coming up on our left, look for small tan antelope with white vertical body stripes.
Now what's funny is when I was riding the train, I did notice that there were riders stuck on the mid-course on Cheetah Hunt, and now I can see that there is a ride up there to hopefully get them down. That is definitely something I've never seen here before. Oh no, I think they're actually going to continue going from there. I just heard an announcement. Yep, I see the train going. The riders are just going to continue from there. But as we come over here, you can see Serengeti Flyers looming over the treetops up there. Now this will be basically going on the plot of land where Rhino Rally used to be, the old safari in the park. I have actually never ridden one of these. From what I hear, they do sound like a lot of fun. I had my chance to go on one when I was at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, but didn't for whatever reason. So I am very excited to come back to try this one out when it opens next year. Not much activity going on through the crack in the wall. But let's come on back over here real quick.
And he couldn't go on because he's too little, so I'm trying to get him to the session.
Yeah, this is basically the path that you would take to get to Rhino Rally. And then over there on the other side of that fence across the midway would be where the elephants are. I kind of do miss there being a safari in the park that you didn't have to like pay an upcharge for. And Rhino Rally with a great safari. I mean, you can kind of see the bridge that used to be at the start of the ride over there. Yeah, it looks like they're just leaving the main portions of the attraction like untouched and just putting this new swing ride on its place. And just for a little context of how extreme this ride really will be, it'll be 105 feet tall, but the swing rotation will get riders up to 230 degrees of rotation and get you up to actually around 135 feet, just based on how much you will be truly swinging. So it's gonna be extreme. It's not gonna be for the faint of heart, and I think that more rides like this are kind of what the park really needs. They just added Iron Gwazi, and so now it's kind of good to step away from a roller coaster and build more like flat ride style attractions. So for context, up there, that will be the point where it is 105 feet tall, but the swing will go back and forward to kick you up higher than what is shown. So it'll actually be taller when you are riding it than what you see now. So over here across from the Animal Care Center and where the elephant viewing area is, this might be our best view that we can possibly get. But I mean, look at that. And just recently it was topped off. So it's only a matter of time before they can start testing it, but it looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to come back and try this one out. Now I had to roll back out my sunglasses because, yeah, it's a little sunny out today. I expected it to be a little cloudy. When I left my house this morning, it was a little overcast. I do live about an hour and a half away from the park, but still I expected it to be a little overcast today. We're gonna have to come back and maybe check out more of Serengeti Flyer later. So I'm very excited for it, and I did not expect to be this excited for a flat ride, trust me. Flat rides are normally not my thing, but we'll definitely have to come back and test it out in spring of next year. Heading into Pantopia now. As expected, Falcon's Fury is still down. I mean, I honestly want to know what they're doing because it actually has a construction wall around it now. So I'm very curious what they are actually doing to the ride because it's been down a long time. And this is one of my favorite rides in the park, so that's kind of unfortunate. Over here in Stanleyville now, by the splashdown to Stanley Falls, you do have the cookies and cocoa stand over here on the boardwalk. Kind of blocks your view of riders as they come down the drop, but I know it's just a temporary thing and definitely adds to the overall holiday experience here. You can see that all around, all the trees have Christmas lights on them. So that's gonna look really nice when the sun goes down. And in other news, it does look like SheiKra is still closed for its refurbishment. I mean, this part seems to always be closed when I come to the park. Let's be real. I don't know. They just repainted it last year, so it was closed a while. But now, I don't know what they could be doing to renovate it even more. But But as far as I know, there's no official reopening date on this attraction. And I think that I decided that I'm just gonna go and ride and face that 100-minute line for Iron Gwazi because it's a very packed day here at Busch Gardens. But with that being said, guys, let's just go hop in line and go ride one of the best coasters in the state of Florida. Let's go.
I'm a little illiterate, but
See you after the ride. And just like that, we have ridden Iron Gwazi. Still great as always. This was actually my first night ride on this coaster. I've ridden it maybe 4 or 5 times already, but it's all been around middle of the day. I got in line. It said actually 150 minutes on the board when I entered the queue. It really, realistically only took about maybe an hour and 15 or 20 minutes. So not terrible. And of course now it is sunset. And so they have the coaster literally right as I was at the gates about to get on. They started to light it up for the holidays. You can see like the red and green back there on the support structure. That was not on earlier, and they just turned it on right before I stepped into the train to go on my experience. And my God, this coaster, it really just packs a punch. I don't think I've ever been on a coaster like this violent, where it really just tries to beat you up, basically, with how intense it truly is. My heart sinks to my stomach with every passing turn and hill. It is just insane. But now that it is later into the day, let's go check out Christmas Town Village because it is only open at night. So let's go see what they have in here. See what kind of food booths we could find. Some unique angles of Iron Gwazi. This is definitely the festival area of the park. Now, how can I come to Busch Gardens Christmas Town and not pick up some nice steamy hot chocolate? Cheers. It is starting to get a little warmer out, where this might have run its course here in Florida, because really there's like what, 1-2 weeks where it's mildly cold here. But still good as always. I love me some good hot chocolate, and it's not often when you can find the opportunity to drink it here in Central Florida. And so it looks like we just saw the entire Christmas Town Village here. I definitely remember there being a lot more in years past, and maybe because the Christmas time or holiday season is wrapping up. I believe it runs until January 9th here, which is later than most of the parks. Most of the parks end January 1st or 2nd for the holidays, but here they're going up until January 9th, which is definitely longer than other places. And they, I saw a sign earlier that said that Santa and Mrs. Claus are no longer meeting here. I believe Christmas Day was their last time that you can meet them in the park. So I can see where that could have been a big draw for Christmas Town. But I mean, the Christmas Town Village that we just walked through, there was just a couple food booths where they sold hot chocolate and some like other assortments like brownies and cookies. Not too much. I definitely remember a lot more in years past, and maybe now that Christmas is over, they are starting to wrap it up. And I believe that there are fireworks tonight, because I saw a sign saying Iron Gwazi was going to close around 8 or 8:30 in preparation for the nighttime show. So there is that. But other than what I just mentioned, there's really not a whole lot for the holidays if you are to come after Christmas. Well, that's all I got for you. We saw a lot, we did a lot. We really only rode one coaster today, which was Iron Gwazi, and then we also rode the railroad earlier, which was great. I can't remember the last time I did that. But we had a lot of fun in our short time at the park. It is going on about 6:30 right now. We got to the park around 2:30ish. So we still had a pretty fair share amount of time here. We got to check out Busch Gardens Christmas Town, and then also the construction on Serengeti Flyer, the new for 2023 attraction coming to the park. Now, if you are new to Park Twister and the channel, be sure to leave this video with a big thumbs up. Check out some of our other videos, and of course, as always, subscribe down below. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Got tons of more updates in the theme park world coming your way. See you in the next one.